Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. I believe we're on episode 5 today, Nikki, right?
Yeah.
Which means that's the most consistent thing that we have stuck with ever in our lives. And it's not looking like it's going to slow down anytime soon because we have shows planned for the future. And as long as these YouTube crossover fights continue to happen, we have people to shit on and things to talk about. Anyway, welcome to Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore. This is my co-host, Nicholas. We are not joined by any guests today. There was a bit of a scheduling issue. We were supposed to record on Monday, but now we're recording on Friday. And we're recording at noon today, or it's 12:36. This is really early for me. I don't get up till about 3, so had to, force myself out of bed for this one. We're going to try to get this episode out tonight. At the very least, we'll try to get it out Saturday. I want to get this episode out before MISFITS X Series 3, which comes out on Saturday. We are currently recording this episode. I don't even know the fucking date. What's the date?
18th.
Today the 18th? Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to try and get this episode out before the card tomorrow, but just depending on how long shit processes and whatnot, I have no idea if that's even going to be possible. But we're gonna give it a college try here. So who knows? Anyways, this is going to be a relatively short one today as well because if I got to get this shit uploaded, we got to get it done as fast as possible, which means we have to talk as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and move into the first subject today, which is a fight that we already watched this weekend, and that was the Deji versus Mayweather card.
Oh.
What a fucking travesty that was all the
terrible.
way around. I mean, just flat out a mess. I mean...
Yeah, it was terrible.
All right, we'll start from the beginning. So... This card took place in Dubai, I think, maybe Saudi Arabia, but I believe Dubai. There was interest all around not because of Deji versus Mayweather, but there was interest there. It was because this was the first time that Jake Paul, KSI, Tyron Woodley, Tommy Fury, all these fucking guys are going to be in the building at the same time. And they were. Nothing happened.
No, of course not.
Nothing happened. JJ was in the back with Deji pretty much the entire time. He did get face-to-face with Woodley, and they had a little scrap at some point. It's fucking alarm. It wasn't even fucking counting down. I don't even know why the fuck.
What's your battery at?
That's not my battery. Why the fuck would my alarm?
I don't know if notification.
No, it's just I don't fucking even know what just happened. I'll ignore it.
Open if it's like exploding.
Oh, I have no idea. For the first card or the first fight in the night that anybody was relatively interested in, former AEW WWE wrestler Bobby Fish fought on the preliminaries, but we didn't watch that. No, he won.
Well, that's good.
Great. He trashed CM Punk, so
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, I don't like him anymore. Fucking Tommy Fury was scheduled to fight on this card, right?
Yeah.
Delicious.
Really?
Delicious. Let me see. I can't remember who he was supposed to fight. Tommy Fury versus Paul Bamba. Yes. He was supposed to fight Paul Bamba, right? Paul Bamba is... I don't remember his history. I believe he's a relatively experienced boxer. 5 fights, I think. 4 KOs. So he knows what he's doing.
All right. And what happened?
It appears that as more information comes out is that Paul Bamba and Tommy Fury were given 2 separate contracts with 2 separate weight classes, at least from my understanding. Unless, either way, Tommy Fury missed weight.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Fucking idiot. Unless in his contract he was supposed to be in a completely different weight. But it seems like that Global Titans, the promotion of this event, kind of sabotaged that fight a little bit. So they replaced it. And then Tommy Fury and some other guy, I can't remember his name. The guy was fucking chiseled out of his mind, though. They had themselves a good little exhibition.
It was terrible too.
Yeah, I can't believe we paid money.
Both fights were pretty bad.
Yeah. Jake Paul was on commentary for that next to our guy Wade Plemons.
That was probably the best part.
That was the best part of the whole card.
Yeah.
Was watching Jake just fucking yell at Tommy during his fight. And then, so 4 or 5 rounds of Tommy Fury and this guy having a fucking exhibition fight are going along. Because Paul Bamba refused to fight Tommy Fury at a weight that he shouldn't even be contracted in to begin with. So, which is understandable. Tommy made himself... We're in a situation now where I have to root for Jake Paul.
Yeah.
And that's almost disappointing. I don't understand how Tommy Fury has had such a fall from grace.
Yeah, like a year ago, you would have been rooting for Tommy Fury, but...
Yeah, I mean, he pulled out the first time for the fight because of an injury, and he was sick, which is fine.
It happens.
It happens. Second time he pulled out of the fight because the whole Tyson Fury FBI investigation thing. He shouldn't even have signed on to do that fight to begin with. My frustration with that, it's not Tommy's fault, but my frustration with that is that several days or a week have passed with that fight being in fucking limbo of what's going on, and Tommy not once made a post, a video, a speech indicating what has happened, what is going on, keeping the people updated, and then he goes and misses weight for this fight.
He missed it by like 8 pounds too,
Yes,
right?
he missed
Not
it
even
by
close.
8 fucking pounds. So if the fight was contracted at a specific weight that they were supposed to be at, and both contracts had that in their contract of the same weight, if he missed weight by 8 fucking pounds, he didn't even try.
Yeah.
And then he like shows up and he was in an interview and he goes, "Does it look like I missed weight, mate? I'm fucking shredded. Look at me, that." And I'm like sitting here, I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
The skill says different.
I mean, God, I want to support this fucking guy, but I just can't. I can't. Like, he goes out there, and not only that, he has a chance to really prove himself.
And he went out there and like sparred.
And he had a fucking sparring match. And it's just so infuriating.
Yeah.
God bless. It's infuriating how you have Tommy Fury, and then you have one of the greatest boxers of all time, Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Who also is doing better, it seems, but he was fucking... I mean, he's fighting, I think, Derek Chisora.
When's that fight?
Derek... What's the fucking guy's name? Chisora. I don't know. We're not going to watch it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's fighting a guy he's already beaten twice for the 3rd time.
That's stupid.
Yeah, because fucking Anthony Joshua is alive. Usyk is alive. Andy Ruiz is alive. He wants to fight Deontay Wilder for a 4th time in England.
No one wants to see that.
I mean, I'll watch it.
I mean, yeah, we'll watch it, but
like, I want to see him fight Anthony Joshua. I want to see him fight Usyk, and I think he beats both of them. I'm always a Tyson Fury fan, but why that fight's not being made? And so he retired.
Yeah.
And he did an interview where he's like, I just was getting depressed again. So he has to fight. He can't be retired. He just can't do it.
You think him and you remember him and Francis Ngannou? You remember they had a little thing after his last fight?
Sure. Make it happen.
I'd rather watch that than
anything
Wilder.
happen, but I don't want to watch somebody that he's already beaten.
It's...
I don't understand that. And then pay full price for it. There's no fucking chance that that's happening, and he knows better. And anyway, back to the Tommy Fury thing. So Jake Paul's on commentary trashing Tommy the entire time, just fucking clowning him. And it is hilarious from front to start.
He's actually right. It was boring.
It was boring. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You have Jake Paul in the stands. I don't understand why you're not like trying, putting any attempt into the fight at all. And clearly they had agreement before the fight to just have a little sparring match, and that's just the most disappointing fucking thing about it. So anyway, after the fight, Jake Paul and Tommy Fury get into a little scuffle. His dad gets into it with Jake first, takes his shirt off, starts shadowboxing. It's funny. Chael Sonnen made a video where he was like, he's selling tickets. This is part of the play. And I'm like sitting here, I'm like,
no,
I don't think that's it. I don't think he like thought to himself, this will sell. I think he thought to himself,
I'm gonna look cool doing this.
I'm gonna look cool doing this. Just watch the fucking him take his shirt off and start shadowboxing. He's a fucking.
He's gotta
Jake
work
started
out
calling him
somewhere.
a sad old man. So anyway, I don't even know, bro. So it looks like we're gonna get Tommy versus Jake in February, most likely.
I mean, it's gonna be a good fight,
but I can't believe I'm saying I'm rooting for Jake.
I think,
which is something I thought I would never say, but like.
Fury's making it hard to root for him.
He's making it very hard to root for him. And if Jake gets knocked out cold, then...
I mean, it's a win-win.
I can't lose. I would rather see Jake lose. But at the same time, I don't want to see Tommy Fury be the guy to beat Jake anymore.
I don't think he will.
It's just... I think he's... I don't know. After watching that performance, it wasn't great. And then I think that... I don't even know. I think that Tommy's gonna crack under the pressure.
Has he fought anyone like hard? Like Jake fought Silva, which
not to my remembrance, not recently.
Because he's had like multiple fights, almost like his last one.
He fought Anthony Taylor on the Jake Paul Woodley card.
Yeah,
he beat Anthony Taylor. Didn't knock him out. Should have knocked him out. Didn't knock him out, but he beat Anthony Taylor. I can't remember what else. I think he fought one more time in between then. But I can't remember. I do not recall.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know. I gotta plug my phone in.
You didn't plug it in?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that in a second. So I don't really know what the fuck that was all about. I have no idea what I just watched there. I don't know. Plug my mic. This shit in. Awesome.
Is it hard to like crop like scenes like this out?
No, because I'm gonna leave it in.
Oh.
I don't feel like doing it.
I'll just tell people to hit that like fast forward 15-second button.
Yeah, you can if you want to, or you can sit here and watch me.
Struggle.
Alright, back to it. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to get Tommy versus Jake in February. So long as Tommy takes all the financial risk.
Yeah.
From what I've been told or heard. And he'll probably be in England, considering that Tommy Fury can't travel to the United States.
He still can't?
Nope.
Oh.
So... how embarrassing. Anyway, moving on to the next fight. Well, it was more of like a podcast session and then the next fight because it took Floyd Mayweather an hour and a half to get outside.
He didn't want to come out though, right? Because Jake Paul.
He didn't want to come out for a few reasons. First off, he didn't want to come out because Jake Paul was in the arena, so they kicked Jake Paul out. And second of all, he didn't want to come out because last minute Floyd, in typical Floyd fashion, made a dickhead of himself and wanted to switch the gloves from 14 ounces to 10.
Go for the knockout.
Yeah, so there was a contracted obligation between Deji and Floyd Mayweather to fight at 14 ounces. This fight was planned for about a month and a half, 2 months, and at any point in time there could have been a negotiation, but Floyd Mayweather, being who he is, decided to completely hijack the show, hijack the people who sat there in attendance, hijack the people who paid for the fight, so he can have a little squabble in the back with Deji and his team. Deji made a video where he said that one of Floyd's guys said, "Don't worry, man. He just wants to, have some fun with you." He didn't. I mean, he did until he didn't, and he tried to go for the knockout. Listen, this was never gonna go the way. This was only gonna go one way.
Yeah.
It was hoping that Deji was gonna be able to land shots. And he did, and he's a legend for that. He's the first person in history to leave a mark on Floyd Mayweather's face. You know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, first person. Well, to my knowledge.
To be fair, Floyd was messing around the whole fight.
I don't care. I don't give a shit. Deji outlanded Logan.
Oh, he did?
He did. By like 3 punches.
He got more hits than Logan?
Yeah, more hits than Logan.
I'm actually surprised about that.
And he fought him for less amount of time. Well, it's because Logan held, pretty much.
Yeah.
So, pretty much this entire fight was like every other Floyd Mayweather exhibition, unless it's against Logan Paul, where he made an ass out of himself. He wanted to showcase abilities while fighting somebody who's only been fighting for a year. You know, really makes him look good. And then when he wanted to end it, he did. But Deji landed a combination. He landed a really stiff jab, or I think it was a straight left.
Yeah. I mean, Deji didn't look bad.
It's Floyd Mayweather.
He's fighting one of the greatest boxers ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's Floyd Mayweather, and Deji doesn't have Logan's size.
Yeah.
Or weight. So, I mean, he did as good as he did.
Yeah.
In my eyes, he took a massive fucking W. He bruised he scored points on the greatest fighter ever. And I was getting clowned on Twitter for it, and they're like, you're a fucking clown, dude. He landed a shot, big deal. And I'm like, yeah, he landed a shot against the greatest fighter to ever fucking breathe.
Yeah, the other championship boxers couldn't even land a shot on him.
Yeah, Canelo Alvarez couldn't fucking put a bruise on that motherfucker. So, shout out to Deji. Happy for you. Happy he's okay. He said he thought the fight was stopped early, but that wasn't going to get any better. So.
That fight was going to end when Floyd wanted it, so.
Yeah. KSI made a video the other day where he said that he was proud of Deji, but he thought that Deji could have done better. He thought that Deji could have beat Mayweather. This is the first time I think I'm going to be disagreeing with KSI here.
I don't know if he watched the fight, but...
He thinks that Deji, could be just insane and elite, which he can be.
I mean, he's not bad, but...
But it's Floyd Mayweather. And Deji, and I think JJ is... He said, I believe that he could beat Floyd Mayweather because I think I could beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I mean, yeah, you would stand a better chance, but it's because you're bigger.
Yeah. And
you fight more aggressive. And you have the being bigger behind you. So, I mean, it's a different argument. It's not the same fight. Deji doesn't have the attributes that Logan Paul or KSI or Jake Paul has. He's shorter, he's smaller, he's the same weight. Or he's 10 pounds or 20 pounds heavier than Floyd. JJ is 40, 30 pounds heavier than Floyd. So, I don't know. Deji did, he did better than I thought. Well, I mean, he did.
He did kind of what I thought would happen.
Yeah, and he landed shots, and that's all I wanted from Deji was to land a shot. And he did. He can now say he's the only person to ever bruise up Floyd Mayweather. But then again, Logan Paul is the only person that he can say he did not distinctively lose against Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I would like to see JJ wants to fight Floyd. And then JJ's manager made a post where he's like, Floyd, here we go. And then Global Titans want JJ versus Floyd on their card. That's never gonna happen. Tyron Woodley has been tweeting excessively the last couple days.
KSI?
Nonstop, constantly. Saying that there was, I can actually pull it up here. Pulling up the contract, posting so they were in talks, and there was contract obligations, and conversations, but they fell through. Tyron Woodley says that they fell through because he's still tweeting.
As of right now.
Yes, literally as of today, at this moment. As of 30 minutes ago. So Tyron Woodley blames it on KSI saying that there was budget cuts and that he wanted to put a rehydration clause in the contract. He says that the fight would be weighed in at 175 and Woodley cannot go up to 185. That is a pretty standard
fair
dehydration clause. He's not asking Woodley to stay at the same weight. He's saying, hey, just try not to be 10 pounds over.
Woodley fought at 170 in the MMA, so he can make it.
And then he said there was budget cuts. There wasn't budget cuts. JJ went on to say, fam, I didn't choose you because you didn't want to fight in 5 years. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he's going to get to Jake Paul, beating the guy Jake Paul beat, and a guy who... And I love Woodley. St. Louis is very own.
Yeah,
But, like...
kind of struggles in boxing to throw.
I mean, let's be honest here. You haven't won a fight in a couple years, fam. And he's not... And that's not disrespect to you.
He's fought, like, some of the top guys,
But at the same time, he's trying to get to something here, and I don't think, like, beating Tyron Woodley is the game plan. And the only reason beating Tyron Woodley is the game plan is because Jake beat Tyron Woodley.
Yeah. I would rather see him, though, fight Woodley than Floyd.
I mean, true. He's not fighting Floyd next.
Yeah.
He might fight Floyd after the whole Jake thing. But, like, yeah, JJ said, you haven't won a fight since 2018, brother. When you finally get a win, then I'll fight you. Tyron Woodley retweeted the tweet 42 minutes ago and said, you're talking to someone who's the goated as one of the greatest. Keep stipulations incoming. You asked to fight me. You sent me a contract, not reverse. My name ain't Dick. Keep it out of your mouth. You are now goated for cap. Don't talk about being a fighter again. Just say you enjoy the hobby. Global Titans said if there's budget issues, we'll pay for it. And we'll fund the whole card. What a bunch of goobers. I know who KSI is fighting, by the way.
Oh, they said it?
No, they'll say it tomorrow, but I know who he's fighting. And it's not Nate Diaz.
Oh, it's not?
No, which kind of sucks.
Oh. I do want to watch Nate Diaz box.
Yeah. Global Titans said budget issues at KSI at Mams Taylor. Misfits versus Global Titans. We will fund the whole card. Tyron Woodley is on our side. And KSI's manager said budget issues ? And they put a bunch of laughing emojis. Fund our event. And he goes, I think you guys need to worry about making your events watchable and selling at least 20,000 pay-per-views. Nice. It only sold 20. Apparently, Deji versus Mayweather only sold 20,000. Wow. Yikes.
I'm actually surprised because Floyd Mayweather is a big name. Or was. He's ruining it every fight.
Wow. And it was in the fucking middle of the day. On a Sunday. Since it took place in fucking Dubai. The card started at noon. On a weekend. I'm fucking busy. I'm out. So yeah. KSI versus Tyron Woodley is not happening as of late. And you know what? It's probably for the best. So that's pretty much all that happened for the Deji versus Mayweather card. Not much else happened. So we'll move on to Misfits X Series 3, which takes place in Austin, Texas, and is happening tomorrow night. If you don't know, Misfits 3 is KSI's promotion. And it's free.
Oh, it's free?
Yeah, we just have to have a DAZN subscription, so hopefully they won't fuck me in the ass again. So anyway, this card has made some significant changes in the last couple weeks, hours, days. Originally, it was supposed to be Hasim Rahman Jr. versus Vitor Belfort, and that fight was supposed to take place on Misfits X Series 2, but was moved to this date. Vitor Belfort ended up getting COVID, so he had to drop out, and they replaced him with MMA football player Greg Hardy.
Wow.
Great. I like Hasim Rockman Jr. He liked my tweet the other day, so him and I are good friends now. I hope the best for him, and I hope that he does extremely well moving forward. And I can't wait to see what he does. And I think he's going to be great. And he has been training with KSI at Shoot Fighters London. KSI is currently in camp, which is natural. Hasim has been training there with KSI, and he looks shredded. He looks in shape. He's going to be he's going to showcase his abilities. So we'll run through this card, and this updated card looks significantly better than the card that we got beforehand.
Yep.
So I'm down for it. We'll go through each fight one by one, and kind of break this whole bitch down. First fight is Fangs versus Barbie, or whatever, 6RB. I don't know. That fight was canceled because Barbie has legal issues, which is a shame. Fangs and KSI and the whole Sidemen, they're all kind of friends and play FIFA and whatnot, and not anymore. I was kind of excited about that fight, actually, because I saw clips of them on the pads, and I bet they were going to
kill each other.
Yeah, they were going to beat the shit out of each other, which sounded nice. This fight got added to the card last minute, which actually is pretty interesting to me, is FaZe Temper versus Overflow. Overflow fought FaZe Sensei. Last time he fought was, I believe, against FaZe Sensei on KSI versus Logan 1. He lost, naturally. Took a body shot. It's FaZe Sensei. Can't really blame him.
Have we watched him fight?
We did. We watched him fight King Kenny last.
Oh, he lost then.
Probably. He lost, but he won, but he lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not Kenny's fault, but whatever. Then FaZe Temper got knocked out by Slim. Really good fighter. Fought and beat King Kenny the first time he ever fought. He's like 6'4". Leader of FaZe Clan. Owner of FaZe Clan.
Yeah.
Excited to watch him fight. That should be a FaZe Temper win. But again, these guys got put on the card 3 days ago, so who knows how ready they are. My guess is that they were probably preparing or getting ready for the January card, but I don't know.
They just moved it up.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. I have no idea. It's hard, man. You know, if you have fights pull out and things that go wrong, these guys aren't fighters.
No.
You know, they got shit that's going on besides just boxing all the time. So it's very hard to just slap them in the middle of a card. But it seems like FaZe Temper's game and Overflow's game, and that's awesome. Found out how much money they offered Bryce Hall
to fight,
or how much Bryce Hall asked. He asked for $1 million plus pay-per-view.
No way.
Good fucking luck, buddy. So we'll never see Bryce Hall fight again. We can go ahead and
he wasn't good, so
yeah, but I wanted to see him around. He could sell. He could sell a fight.
Yeah, he could. But
next on the card is Minicon versus Nick Joseph. I do not know anything about Nick Joseph. Nick Joseph. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. I have no idea. Sorry, Nick Joseph. I don't know who you are. Nick Joseph versus Minicon. Minicon fought for the first time on Deji versus Alex Wasabi, I believe, and then he fought Swaggy P on the fucking Gib card.
Oh, we watched that.
Yeah, that's when Swaggy P went down from a little forearm shiver.
I don't remember the fight, but
Minicon can fight. I believe I can't fucking remember. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna go with Minicon. His experience, he should know. Ice Poseidon versus Brandon Buckingham. I don't know anything about these guys, but it looks like they know how to sell a fight just by looking at their picture. He's got like the headband going on with the robe, and I think he showed up to like the weigh-in of the press conference wearing like a whole like get up. So
he's like becoming a seller.
Yeah,
entertainer.
He's an entertainer first. So good on him. I don't know who's gonna win that fight. Maybe Ice Poseidon. I think I've heard his name in a fighting scene before, but I have no idea.
Got Poseidon in his name.
He does. I have no idea who. I don't know anything about that fight. I don't know those two guys, unfortunately. King Kenny versus DK Money. Can't wait to watch this fight. King Kenny, obviously super skilled, went toe-to-toe with FaZe Sensei, who is one of the most experienced guys in this game. Lost to FaZe Temper, but kept up with FaZe Temper. His coach is Deji's coach and is also Kenny's brother. Kenny has been training nonstop over the past couple years with really no break at all. So he takes this boxing shit super seriously. And he is a significant player in the scene. DK Money also knows how to fight. I can't remember the last time he fought, but I remember he got headbutted by Ryan Taylor.
Oh, is he the guy who got it?
Yeah, I believe this is the guy.
Yikes.
I believe he knows how to fight, but I'm going to take Kenny because he has been grinding at this for a while.
I'm excited to watch King Kenny fight. Haven't seen him.
Yeah. Next is Josh Bruckner versus Chase Demore. Chase is he's a football player, I think.
He was?
I believe so. I believe he fought or was going to fight on the Gib card.
Yeah.
I believe that's where he was last. Josh Bruckner is the real fucking deal. He knows how to fight, and I believe he is an actual trained
I think I've seen that name. Was he on Instagram? I feel like I've seen like.
Josh Bruckner is a dog.
But let me see. I've definitely seen him. I recognize that name. He was a real boxer though, right?
MMA fighter. He's 4-2 as an MMA fighter.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's in shape.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Josh Bruckner for this one. We'll see, but then again, I took fucking. The fuck was the fight on the fucking J card? Adrian.
Was it Le'Veon Bell?
It was Le'Veon Bell versus Uriah Hall.
Yeah.
I took Uriah Hall, but
who
knows? Experience doesn't mean everything, I guess. I'm gonna take Josh Bruckner just for the experience factor. Next is Hasim Rahman Jr. versus Greg Hardy.
Oh, that's not the main event?
No, it is not.
Ooh.
Hasim Rahman Jr. is obviously a former potential opponent for Jake Paul. That fight fell out for various reasons. Hasim Rahman Jr. was originally supposed to be fighting Vitor Belfort, but then Vitor got COVID. So hopefully they run it back in the future, but for now, he's fighting MMA fighter, football player Greg Hardy, who was a last-minute replacement. I'm going to go with Hasim Rahman Jr. on this one. Not because, that has a lot to do with it, that Greg Hardy just kind of got shoehorned into this thing. But it also has to do with
I'd pick the Rahman anyway.
Yeah, but, Rahman is he's a dog. He's been training super hard the last couple months. And excited to see what he does in the future, but I'm going to take Hasim Rahman Jr. for this fight. Next fight is the main event of the night. It is Dean the Great versus Walled Sharks. Both these guys know how to fight, and they do know how to box really, really well. Smaller guys. Dean fought on the KSI card. He was like the second fight of the night. He was the guy who did a backflip and land on his fucking head. Walled Sharks. I can't remember the last time he fought, but he knows how to box. This is a pretty interesting fight. I'm surprised that they moved this up to main event, but I understand why. I just don't think people really know enough about Greg Hardy. I would have put King Kenny in the main event, but oh well. I'm gonna take Dean the Great for this one. He's the champion in this.
There's a lot of belts.
Yeah, which is ridiculous too.
There should be like 3 at most.
Yeah, but hey, we'll fucking ruin everything, I guess.
You gotta crop that out.
And do whatever I want. Yeah, I'm gonna take Dean the Great. You don't know enough about this fight to really make an assumption, but
no, I don't know either one of them.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take Dean. Should be a good fight. That should be a really good fight. So anyway, that's Misfits X Series 03. Every Misfits card has been good so far, even though there's
that's
only
gonna be a good card too.
Yeah, even though there's only been 2, and this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of these fights are fights that I really, really want to see. So I'm down. I'm interested. This is supposed to be a precursor leading into Misfits X Series 4, which is going to be on January 14th. That Logan Paul accidentally leaked that. And tonight we're also going to figure out who our opponent is for JJ. And I know who it is.
You're not going to spoil it?
I will.
To be real honest, if they're releasing it tonight.
Yeah. Or tomorrow night or whenever this comes out. But yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but I think his opponent accidentally said something about it, so it seems very. I'm like 95% sure at this point. I thought it was gonna be Nate Diaz. I was wrong.
It's a different guy with a Z in his name.
Yeah, no, it's not.
There's no Z.
There's no Z.
That's false.
Yeah. JJ is fighting. Well, no, tonight. But actually, we'll talk about the Logan fight first. It was Dylan Danis.
So is that like off? Officially off?
Off. Yeah. It's hard to fight without a knee.
Well, Dylan Danis ain't the best boxer.
Yeah, but he still doesn't have a knee. So, maybe they replace Logan. I doubt it. But listen. Logan fought Roman Reigns in a really good wrestling match in Saudi Arabia a couple weeks ago. And from last we heard, he tore his ACL, MCL, and meniscus. Logan just did a podcast where he accidentally leaked the date of the January card, which is January 14th. And he also said that he's going to make a video kind of describing what's going on with his knee. It doesn't seem to be as bad as they originally thought. So my guess is he did not tear his ACL, and we're looking at a meniscus or an MCL tear. 6 weeks recovery time, hopefully. But he'll still miss the January card, which sucks. But at least if he did tear his ACL, it's a lot better to say he'll be back in 6 weeks than 9 months from now. So we might see Logan Paul fight on Misfits X Series 5 or something. I don't know. I would love to see Logan Paul fight, and it's a damn shame because I really wanted to see him beat the shit out of Dylan Danis. Because I'm sure getting Dylan Danis to sign a contract was
pretty hard,
a pain in the balls, and they finally got him, and now he's not going to fight anybody ever again. And so, whatever. Anyway, on to JJ's opponent, who is going to get announced on Saturday, and this isn't confirmed. I might be wrong, but I'm like
95%.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that this is the guy. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they might throw a fucking curveball at me, but this fight makes sense.
Well, if you're wrong, you could just crop it out.
Yeah, this guy is currently in camp. And then somebody commented on this dude's Instagram post and was like, can't wait to see you fight next. Good luck against your fight against JJ. And fucking the dude left an emoji and just said thank you or some shit. So he accidentally leaked it. Maybe. KSI is fighting Joe Fournier.
Who is that?
He is a billionaire. He is in his Wikipedia page, it says Joe Fournier is a English businessman. He started a fitness business before selling it. He subsequently moved into the nightclub industry, but he then started boxing. Joe Fournier is 10-0 as a boxer, or 11-0, 11-1. He has lost one time, I believe, against a very professional, skilled boxer. Last time we saw him fight, I think it was on a Triller card, on a Jake Paul card.
Well, we watched him fight?
We have, but you wouldn't remember it because
I was too busy.
He's wearing pink shorts last time you saw him fight.
I can see that on the picture.
He beat the shit out of somebody. He is a big guy. He's 6 foot, 39 years of age.
Looks like the real deal, to be honest.
He knows how to fight. That being said, why KSI chose to fight Joe Fournier instead of Tyron Woodley? Few reasons here. Joe has a winning record, which is number 1 on the list.
Yeah.
He's 10-0 or 11-1 or whatever it is. It is a natural progression from JJ's last couple fights.
Those terrible fights.
Those were terrible, but this will be a challenge. Probably.
From what I'm looking at, for sure.
Joe knows how to fight. He's got the basics down. It's just that his competition hasn't been great. So we'll see. There's not much to say besides we'll see what happens, and we'll see if that fight actually gets announced. But I'm like 85% sure, 95, that it is Joe Fournier or whatever this fucker's name is. And he's got the basics down. He does really know how to fight.
It's the right step forward too to get ready for Jake.
It's the right natural selection. My worry though is that if he fights Joe, he's gonna move straight on to Jake. I don't think he should do that. I think he should fight somebody else, but we'll see. This is a good fight for JJ. I like this fight a lot. This makes a lot of sense. It's going to be a challenge for him. He needs a challenge. Joe knows how to fight. He knows what he's doing. And he has a winning record, which is why he chose Joe over Tyron Woodley. And if we're being honest, Joe probably beats Tyron Woodley. Maybe. I'm not sure 100%, but I can tell you Joe has better technique and boxing IQ and knowledge to beat him. So, that's pretty much all there is for the Misfits X Series 3 card. We would have been told that Dylan Danis is fighting Logan Paul, but that's obviously out, and hopefully they find a replacement for Logan Paul to fight Dylan Danis, and hopefully it's somebody who can beat Dylan Danis. On the Misfits X Series 4 card, which is the January card, which is the KSI card, my guess is you're going to get, you're definitely going to get Jay Swingler on that card. You're definitely going to get Salt Poppy on that card.
Oh, yeah.
I think you might get Jay Swingler versus Salt Poppy on that card.
Oh.
Because Salt Poppy said he's going to be fighting for a title. Jay has a title.
8 titles.
Yeah, one of the 8 titles. I don't think you're going to see King Kenny.
What else? Slim. You think Slim?
You'll see Slim.
Yes.
You may see a Nissan Gibb. Maybe not, but you might. If you don't see Slim, if you do see Slim, it's because Gibb doesn't want to fight as a co-main event. He wants to be a main event. And they'll put Slim versus somebody. I don't know who. But if you want, I think they're gonna probably save Gibb versus
like another.
That'll be
Misfits card.
They'll save that for a Misfits main event card. So I don't know. I don't know how that goes. I hope that they fight a Dylan Danis opponent. But knowing Dylan Danis, he's not gonna fight anybody if it isn't Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So, just knowing Dylan Danis. So yeah, that's pretty upsetting. So that's pretty much all there is for that. On the X Series 4 card, you'll see KSI versus Joe Fournier. Maybe. I guess we'll find out tonight or tomorrow night or whatever it is. And then you'll see Jay Swingler. You'll see Salt Poppy. You might see Slim. You might see Dylan Danis. Probably see Deji.
Again?
Yeah. I'd imagine so. I don't know. He was in good shape after the Mayweather fight, so, and he didn't get hurt, so
yeah,
he might. You may see King Kenny, just depending on how this fight goes on tomorrow night. If he gets beat up really bad, you won't see him in January. But I don't know. I don't know how that card's gonna pan out. I know that they're planning on making that a very big card, so that's why they're gonna get Salt Poppy and Jay Swingler and all these fucking guys in. So anyway, that's all the main subjects of today. I'll just rant about the Packers for the remaining amount of time.
You got like 20 minutes?
Yeah, I don't even know if we'll get to 20 minutes. I told you we had to make this one short so I can get it done. But what a crock of shit. I mean, what a fucking crock of shit that was. Last night, at the time of recording this, was the Packers versus the Tennessee Titans. The Packers could afford one more loss before their season is on life support, and then if they lose again, the playoffs are over. So we were hoping that, maybe we could beat, the Tennessee Titans, and then maybe lose to the Eagles. But at that point, hopefully,
do they play the Eagles?
Oh, tomorrow next week.
Oh, they'll beat them.
The Packers will beat the Eagles.
Yes, I'm confident.
I'd be too.
They got Watson now.
Great. The Packers played the Cowboys, great team, a few weeks ago. Looked great against them. Looked like the Packers of old. They ran the football. Aaron Jones was immaculate. They threw to Christian Watson, who dropped it early in the game, but then caught 3 touchdown passes. Samori Toure could not get in the game for whatever fucking reason, even though I think he's the only receiver who hasn't dropped a pass for Rodgers. But then again, he's only had 4 passes actually thrown to him.
I don't really know who that is.
He looks good, but he's only caught like 5 NFL passes, so who knows? Romeo Doubs is hurt. Randall Cobb was hurt against the Cowboys. They ran the ball effectively against the Cowboys. The defense played very well against the Cowboys. Again, the Cowboys had some questionable play calling, and they didn't look great at some parts. But again, it's the Cowboys. It's an impressive
win. They got
got
a good team, especially the defense. They got a good defense.
Yeah, and it was an impressive win. Aaron Jones fucking balled out, and they looked like the team that played the Buffalo Bills, who was competing with the Buffalo Bills. So, Nick, explain to me, because I can't seem to fucking understand how we can look great against the Buffalo Bills and then go lose to the fucking Lions and then go beat the Cowboys and look great against the Cowboys and then go look dog shit against Tennessee.
Well, Tennessee's a good team.
Fuck them. We needed to win this game. And I understand, and I get why. It's because they couldn't run the football against Tennessee, because Tennessee's a fantastic run.
I think they're well coached too.
They're well coached. They have a great run defense, but to lose to Ryan fucking Tannehill is just it's Aaron Rodgers, and I get it. Aaron Rodgers played terrible last night. He didn't play terrible, but he didn't play.
Does it look like he was him and his receivers were off?
Yes, he would throw behind people. He would throw over people. Christian Watson got himself a touchdown, but it hit him in the fucking hands twice, and he dropped it. Alan Lazard dropped it. Sammy Watkins played a lot in this game, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Did he do anything?
No. Nobody did anything. The defense played fine. Not really. They didn't play great, but again, I can't blame them because they're probably fucking exhausted. Want to know why they're exhausted? Because they're on the fucking field all the goddamn time. It's hard to score points. So So whenever you can't use Aaron Jones, you can't use A.J. Dillon, now you got to throw. Your only throw receiver that you like is Christian Watson. Christian Watson is still learning and inexperienced, so he dropped the ball a bunch of times. You can throw slot passes to Alan Lazard, but he dropped it a few times yesterday too. Randall Cobb, he played. He looked pretty good. He caught some passes. But that was about it.
When's Dobbs come back?
Who cares? It's over. Season's over. We lose one more. Over. Aaron Rodgers might as well go home, and you can put in Jordan Love. Why play Aaron?
Yeah, it's safety.
It's over. So now the Packers are in a tricky position where they have to literally run the table. In 6 games, they have to win all 6 for a chance to go to the playoffs.
I'm gonna look up their schedule.
Yeah, let me bring this up. Hold on, I gotta try not to delete a lot of.
I'm excited for the Philly game. I think they got it.
They don't. But then again, Philly hasn't played anybody.
Yeah, Philly.
They were 8-0 against fucking nobody.
I mean, I think their hardest game was against Dallas, and the Packers beat Dallas.
So let's take a look. We play the Eagles next Sunday. That's a loss. Packers season will be dead at that point. We play the Bears. We'll lose that game too. No, we will.
Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers should own the fucking league. Rams.
That will be a good game. The Rams have been struggling.
Playing the Dolphins. The Dolphins will kill us. Then we play the Vikings. The Vikings will kill us.
Is it rough? And then Detroit's pretty hard too.
And then Detroit. So we have to. So the 3 hardest games here are the Eagles, Dolphins, and Vikings.
Well, to be fair, their last 6 games are pretty hard.
They're really hard.
Besides for Chicago, but
I mean, yeah, but I can't say that because
they've struggled.
The Packers look terrible too. I mean, if you had the Packers who beat the Cowboys and the Packers who played the Bills and looked like the old fucking Packers.
Second half Packers of the Bills game.
If you had them and they went and played the Eagles, they could beat the Eagles because the Eagles haven't fucking beat anybody. If you had them, they could beat the Rams. They could beat the Dolphins. The Vikings is a different question, which is why I was hoping they were going to beat Tennessee. So then, you could afford to lose one game here.
Yeah.
And now you do not have that luxury. Now you have to win all 6. Has Aaron Rodgers run the table before? Yes. But that is when he had Devontae Adams, and that's when he had Jordy Nelson. So
it's going to be rough.
This is going to you're looking at a very impossible challenge here.
They might go 1-5 on their final 6 games.
Yeah,
I could see it.
They might go 0-6. I can't say that. I can't confidently say they're going to beat the Bears.
I think they'll either beat the Bears or Detroit, for sure. One of them.
I don't know. I pray to God that something happens here. And do these teams have good run defense?
I have no idea. I know the Rams have Aaron Donald, but that's about it on defense.
If they can run the ball against these guys, then great. Because Aaron Jones will fucking ball out. But if they can't, then I mean, why were the Packers effective against Cowboys?
Because they could run the ball.
Because they ran the fucking ball. Why were they effective against the Bills? Because they could run the fucking ball. And they stayed on the field. They had like a 10-minute drive. So then the defense were rested up and looked really good against the greatest they're not looking great anymore, but one of the greatest offenses in the league. So I'm gonna go with the Packers season is over. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they win the next 6. All around the problem with the team is what we have said before. Aaron hasn't looked great, but this isn't on him.
It's the whole team.
It's everybody. I believe like a lot of it of him not looking great is because he's forcing the football.
He's with new receivers and
he's with new receivers that he doesn't know well, and he's forcing the football, and even when he's not forcing the football, he's missing passes, and Aaron Jones is the best player on the team, but even he got shut down by the Titans yesterday. So I don't know. The Packers have to win 6 straight. So good luck. Christian Watson looks promising for the future, but he's not
Devontae.
That's not even the problem. I just need somebody who's gonna catch the fucking football. And like, I don't know. He's still young. All of his receivers are still young and learning, and you would think at this point, next season, they should be good.
Oh, they got the whole off season. They gotta work on stuff.
So yeah, are you gonna fire coaching staff? No. Maybe the defensive coordinator. I wouldn't mind that. You're not gonna fire Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
That's stupid. He was fucking 14 and fucking 3 both seasons.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like seasons before this.
I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers does not retire after this season, because this is not on age.
No,
this is not completely on him. I was sitting with my dad yesterday at the restaurant watching the game, and he was like, his abilities are, they're debilitating. How old is Aaron? And I was like, I don't know, 38. And my dad was like, oh, he's as old as Cristiano Ronaldo. And I was like, it's a completely fucking different game. It's not even comparable.
All he has to do is hike the ball and throw it.
Aaron Rodgers, when he played against the Cowboys, threw the ball 20 times for 14 completed passes, 0 interceptions, and 3 to 4 touchdown passes. You know what that's called? That's a career-defining game for everybody else except Aaron Rodgers. How Aaron Rodgers played last night is how fucking what's the fucking Bills QB again? Josh. That's how Josh Allen has played every week for the past 4 weeks. Yeah. I truly believe that Aaron is not washed up.
No.
And to believe that he is washed up or done is idiotic and it's stupid, and I'm not even going to fucking entertain it. And to believe that putting in Jordan Love is going to solve all of our problems is fucking idiotic and stupid, and I'm not even going to entertain it. It's Aaron Rodgers. He's the greatest quarterback in the league if he's playing good. And in order to play good, everybody else has to play good because it's a fucking team sport, really, for the love of God.
I think football is the most team sport out there, too.
So, and I'm not going to, like, it is on him. Don't get me wrong. He's not looking good. He needs to be playing better. But to say that this is all on him is fucking stupid and idiotic, and I can't even entertain it. And if you believe Aaron Rodgers is a bad quarterback, which I had arguments with friends and family and all sorts of people, if you believe Aaron Rodgers is a bad quarterback, stop watching football, stop watching sports, throw your phone out the window, throw your TV out the window, read a book. You're an idiot, and you're stupid.
That's simple.
It is blatantly that simple. This is an offensive problem all around. This is a defensive problem all around, even though I believe it's more of an offensive issue. This is play calls. Matt LaFleur calling stupid fucking plays.
Throwing the ball when they should be running it.
Constantly. I understand last night can't run the ball against Tennessee, but still. This is probably should fire the defensive coordinator, if I'm being honest. But then again, it's not all his fault either. No. It is a combination of so many fucking things.
It's the whole team.
And the Packers are a bad football team.
And they really need to go out there and get themselves a number one wide receiver. I think if you do that, or use the rest of the guys, it'll go smooth.
Well, I mean, the name of the game is that Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs and Samori Toure will be great next year.
It'll be great, but I think they'll need time. Maybe in 2 years they'll be really good.
Not everybody can have a Jamar Chase season their rookie year, So I don't know. The Packers have played multiple games this year. The Vikings lost in week 1. That's fair that they lost. The Bears, they beat them. Fair. The Buccaneers, that was a shitty game, but the Buccaneers were looking bad too. But now they're starting to look good, right? What's the Buccaneers record?
I have no idea. It might be 4-5
or 5-5.
All right.
Tom Brady's gonna go to the fucking Super Bowl.
Well, his divorce thing's finally over, so he can now focus on football.
Tom Brady is gonna go fucking 9 and fucking.
Dude, they're about to win the Super Bowl.
They're gonna go to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you now, they're gonna go to the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna be fucking infuriated.
I don't think they'll win the Super Bowl, but I think they'll go.
I wouldn't even say that. Packers versus Patriots, barely beat the Patriots. Embarrassing. Packers lose to the Giants. Embarrassing. Packers lose to the Jets. Get the shit kicked out of them by the Jets. Embarrassing. Commanders, embarrassing. Bills, promising. Look good. Lost, but look good. Lions, that was the biggest dick kick of the season so far. Cowboys, I was so happy because they looked great against the Cowboys, and now it looked like a momentum shift. And then we play the Titans. Not a momentum shift. Then we have to play the 8-1 Eagles next week. Eagles haven't really beaten anybody, but then again,
they beat Minnesota.
Did they beat the Vikings?
Yeah, I think it was week 2. I'm trying to, cause I remember they blew them out.
Whatever, fuck them. I don't know. So who knows? Packers season's probably over unless they win 6-0. I don't believe they will unless they fix some shit. Hopefully you can throw a bunch of money at Odell Beckham Jr. to play for you next year, and then you have a number 1 wide receiver, and then you have your 3 receivers who hopefully are more developed by that point. They should be really good next year.
They really should. Yeah.
They should be. I always thought that this season was going to be rough. Because having a fantastic quarterback is just not enough. So hopefully Aaron Rodgers does not retire and he comes back next year. I don't think he'll retire, but
no, I don't think he'll go out on this term.
Because I think next year they should kill it. Anyways, on to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are currently 5-5.
That bad?
5-4.
Okay.
They've been very win-loss recently.
But they're a team. If they're kind of like the Buccaneers, if they can make the playoffs. You don't want to play them.
Yeah. So first game of the season, we lost the Steelers. Fine. It's the first game.
Yeah.
Lost to the Cowboys.
Cowboys are pretty good though. So.
Sure. Beat the shit out of the Jets. Beat the shit out of the Dolphins. Lost to the Ravens. Yikes.
Ravens are pretty good. They're really good. They got Lamar Jackson.
Beat the Saints. Great. Beat the piss out of the Falcons. got murdered by the Browns.
Yeah, that's probably their worst loss.
That's their worst loss by far. It's their first week without Jamar.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, but they always lose to the Browns. They've lost to the Browns.
Yeah, well, divisional matchups are kind of like that.
They gotten the shit kicked out of them by the Browns each time, like every time that they play them. Even last year when they were Super Bowl contenders. Bengals beat the Panthers. Beat the fucking shit out of the Panthers. Now we play the Steelers again without Jamar Chase. Hopefully we beat the Steelers.
They should win. TJ Watt was out, so
yeah. Then on the 27th we play the Titans.
Oh, that will be a really good game.
Should beat them.
Titans are good.
Beat them last year. Should beat them. Hopefully you have Jamar Chase back next week. But maybe not. I don't know. The Bengals, if they are 5-4, they need to win 5.
They got to go on like a 3-game winning streak. They can't keep doing this 500 record.
4,
Win, lose,
5,
win,
6,
lose.
7, 8. The Bengals have 8 games left. They need to win 5 of their next 8.
Yeah, they can do it though.
Yeah. They can beat the Steelers. Then they play the Titans. They can beat the Titans. It's gonna be a hard game.
Yeah.
Then we play the Chiefs on December 4th. Yikes.
That will be
we should 100% have Jamar Chase back by then.
Hopefully. Chiefs are good this year.
Chiefs are good this year, but they were better last year, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, yeah, they had Tyreek Hill.
We beat them. We beat them twice last year.
Yeah, this year's a little different though. I think Patrick Mahomes got a little bit of a different mindset, but
I don't know. It's gonna be a good game.
Yeah.
If the Bengals play like the Bengals, we'll beat them. Then we play the Browns on December 11th, depending on how the last 3 games have gone. That will be a murder.
They got to win that.
Then the Bengals play the Buccaneers. Then the Bengals play the Ooh, fuck. Bengals might not be going to the playoffs.
Who do they play?
So they play the Steelers this week, Titans next week, Chiefs the week after, Browns the week after, Bucks the week after that, Patriots the week after that, then the Bills.
Oh my.
And then the Ravens.
Oh, they play about the best teams in the league almost.
Yeah. What the fuck happened here?
Well, to be fair, their early season was pretty easy.
Their early season, they played the Steelers, Cowboys, Jets, Dolphins, Ravens, Saints.
Actually, I mean, that's not that easy because
they have to listen. They have to look like what the Bengals can look like.
Well, that's the problem. When you go to the Super Bowl year before, they put you against the hard teams the next year.
Yeah. Burrow's got to ball out. Need Jamar Chase back. Joe Mixon's got to ball out. They're a good team.
Yeah, they really are.
And they need to play like a good team. So, who knows? I have a $100 bet that the Bengals are going to be in the playoffs. It's looking a little scary whenever I look at this schedule.
Yeah.
You need to win, what did I say?
5 out of the next 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. You need to win 5. They're 5-4, right? Yeah. You need to win 5 out of the next 8. You need to beat the Steelers. You need to beat the Titans.
They got to beat the Browns, and they got to beat the Ravens because those are all divisional games.
You can beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
You have to beat the Steelers.
Yeah, they got to. That's probably the easiest game left.
Yeah. You have to beat the Steelers. You have to find a way to beat the Titans. And then you have to win one of these big games here.
They can beat the Bucks.
Yeah, but Tom Brady's fucking flipped his switch, so who fucking knows? I don't know. I see there should be 3 wins here that I see. They should beat the Steelers, they should beat the Titans, and they should beat the Patriots.
They should beat the Browns.
They should beat the Browns, but they can't beat the Browns. Browns have beaten them every single time. So then when it comes down to it, that's 3 wins. So now you have to figure out a way to beat either.
They can beat Baltimore, too. I think they just got to make that game close.
When was the last time we played the Ravens?
I don't remember. I know it was a close game, though.
I don't know. These are hard games, but if Burrow and the Bengals play like Burrow and the Bengals, if realistically they play like the Bengals, they could beat all these teams. If they play like they can even beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
because they have.
I don't feel good about the Chiefs game though.
I do.
They got Mahomes coming in last year,
For me,
all
that's
mad.
For me, that's 50-50.
To me, that's like 90% Chiefs.
Not to me.
But I do think the Bengals can beat the Bills.
I think, what are the Chiefs' record right now?
I think they have 2 losses, I think. So what week is it?
It's week.
I think it's week 12 or week 11.
They're 7-2.
Okay, yeah.
They almost lost to the Jaguars. Let's look at the Chiefs. I think that we can beat them. For me, it's 50-50.
Well, they can't beat them, but
They beat them last year twice. I don't know how many people could say they beat Patrick Mahomes twice in the same year.
Not many. Just I forgot his record against his divisional opponents. He's like 21-3 or something like that. I don't know the exact number.
Let's see. Okay. So the Chiefs beat the shit out of the Cardinals 44-21 the first game of the season. Barely beat the Chargers. Lost to the Colts.
They didn't have a kicker. I remember that game, so that's why they lost.
Fucking shit. Lost to the Colts. Lost to the Buccaneers. Or barely beat the Buccaneers. That's when Tom Brady was at his worst.
They barely beat him. I remember they were killing him.
41-31.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a 1-score,
yeah.
2-score game. Beat the Raiders by 1 point. Lost to the Bills, who look terrible right now. Beat the shit out of the 49ers. Congratulations.
49ers pretty good.
Fuck them. Beat the Titans by a field goal. And then it was a one or 2-score game against the Jaguars.
What was the score?
17-27.
Oh.
27-17.
Huh.
I don't know. I do not know. For me, it's 50-50 between Bengals and Chiefs. I want nothing more to see the Bengals beat the Chiefs. Oh my
that would be hilarious.
Oh my God. But yeah, the Bengals have a very hard schedule coming up.
They do.
And I didn't actually realize how hard it was until I looked at it. So now I'm kind of frightened and scared. But if the Bengals play like the Bengals, it should be easy. Because I truly believe deep in my heart that the Bengals are like the best team if they just play like the best team. So who knows? They beat the fucking shit out of the Jaguars. Was it the Jaguars who they just beat? They just had a bye week.
I don't remember who they beat.
They fucking murdered. The Panthers.
Yeah, well, Panthers are terrible. I think they're probably the worst team in the league.
Joe Mixon scored 4 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns, I think. Murdered him. The only reason it's debilitating was because the Browns loss was.
That happens though. Divisional games.
I don't know. They had a pretty rough beginning to the season. All these games that they've lost are super close.
Yeah.
Lost at Cowboys by 3 points. Lost to the Steelers by 3 points in the first game. Lost to the Jets they beat the Jets. Lost to the Ravens by 2 points. All the games that they've lost have been by 2 to 3 points. And then they lost to the Browns, which was just fucking embarrassing. So hopefully they get on kind of a roll here in the game.
Yeah,
they have a lot to figure out. But we need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're over an hour, so we need to wrap this up. Anyways, this has been Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. This is my co-host, Nicholas. Hopefully you enjoyed today. Give the fucking video a like and a subscribe or a comment or whatever you want to do. I don't give a shit. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this video out tonight, maybe tomorrow, hopefully before the Misfits card, but you never know. I could fuck it up. And then we're going to record another episode here in the coming weeks. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching today's episode of Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore. This is my co-host, Nicholas. Adios.